Overwatch has ruined gaming worse than Hideo Kojima ruining my dating life, but people still to this day play Overwatch like it's 2016 again, and I wanted to know why. Its complexity is the reason? I don't think so. Variety? No, then what? Why is this game has become so unrecognizable anymore? Is what I hear you ask, James. I have watched with my own two anime-loving eyes how Overwatch has destroyed player freedom worse than I am destroying my brain cells playing this damn game. It's so completely unrecognizable that I still to this day doubt it being the same game of the year 2016 in the first place. And it's not like Overwatch was a bad game. It was a revolutionary hero tactical shooter, one of its kind, until they decided to fuck it all up. I cannot stress enough how much this game has taken me. I loved this game when it first came out, but then they decided to ruin it all again, and I wanted to tell you why. Overwatch not only removed some of its most integral game mechanics, but also introduced all the bullshit crap they could have. And also, Widowmaker's ass getting big every time she ults, but we don't talk about that. I still to this day have no idea how Overwatch won Game of the Year 2016 over Dark Souls 3 and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What the fuck is going on? And I need answers. Breath of the Wild was the game of revolution. And let's not talk about Dark Souls 3. It was the game that made gaming a thing. Now I know what you're thinking. That wasnyak. I know you like Souls games. Well, James, I tell you this. Gaming is a fun thing. Overwatch was a fun thing. But then they made Overwatch 2, and it was not fun anymore. It was a conglomerate abomination, which I don't like. Now the world of Overwatch is filled with zoo animals, fan service, and fucking bullshit. A world where you get everything from animal cruelty to widow mommy. Only if that was true. Well, it was true way back in the days in 2016, before they decided to ruin everything by abandoning Overwatch and releasing a new game, calling it the sequel. Motherfucker, it ain't a sequel. They took the game and removed every good thing about the game and made a colonoscopy looking shit out of it. Overwatch 2, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, this is gone, and this is also gone. And oh my god, what am I playing? Valorant shit? What the fuck? The thing that killed Overwatch isn't balancing issue or some co-op cancelling or content drop. It was always and always the player freedom. Player freedom is what costed Overwatch its whole player base, including me. When Overwatch first came out a decade ago, it was so individual player can have fully control over their own gameplay. The freedom to play the game however they want to play, whenever they want to play. You can be a solo flanker or a NG DPS and accomplish a lot more, a lot easier without being forced to pick a certain role. Back then, what you picked used to matter a lot less. Now I know that the tanks had the bulky high health type of thing, and supports were able to rejuvenate your ass, but they weren't necessary. Of course, a healer in your team will always help, but it didn't really matter as much, as every character was built to essentially be a DPS with some extra abilities. Choosing a hero was way less about what the team actually needs and more about what you want to play as. Some vibe to it, Monkey Man come baby. However, I used to play Widowmaker until they ruined my damn life. I don't know why did they do it, but they did it. Why did you do it, Blizzard? Why? I wanted to play Widowmaker. I wanted to use her ult and get her ass getting big, but you stole it from me. Why did you do it, Blizzard? I was happy one day. And boom, no more Widowmaker's ass getting bigger, cause some dumb shit of a developer thought it would be a great idea to remove that thing, which was keeping me from not playing the game. It's miserable. The older Overwatch got the worst Overwatch got, as they slowly started to taking our player freedom away, making it completely unrecognizable now. When Overwatch first released a decade ago, the game was subtle, easy to get a hang on, and had a lot of individual agency. You are able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. That's player free, and they couldn't even let us do that. They had to take it away from us, and I wanted to know why. Taking the individuality away from a player is what single-handedly assembled the whole gaming community to ask Overwatch why. And why, oh lord, oh god, why do you do that shit? Rather than making the roles more distinct than one another, they just had to keep adding shit that no one understands. By definition, you had way more agency, way more control over your gameplay until they fuck it all up. And I wanted to know, I know why. And I hate Overwatch for this one reason. I used to love this game because of course it's a good game. It was a good game, but then they fucked it all up. Uniqueness is what made Overwatch so popular in its glory days. You can play as any hero, choose any team comp and still be fine. You had way more agency, way more control over your gameplay until they fucked it all up. For this same reason, Overwatch received so much hate that it broke the world record of being the most negative reviewed game in Steam ever. When Overwatch promised us a new PvE, changes to the multiplayer, and new broader maps with different game modes, did we got that? Hell no, not even close. They had one job and they could not even do that job. Well, only if that was true. Fuck us. Welcome to the nightmare steamroll of clusterfuck warfare. It's miserable here. Overwatch was a fun game, man. People used to love it. It was Game of the Year 2016 and was just fun. Fun, like too damn much fun. But Blizzard don't want us to have fun, so they decided to make an even shittier game and call it a day. Hey guys, welcome to Overwatch 2. It's just the same game with different name and shittier game mechanics. Someone please tell me who thought it would be a good idea to remove all the absolute fundamental game mechanics which were integral to Overwatch's experience and add this role queue bullshit. Oh, you're losing game? Well, sorry dumbass. Play role queue, yaboo. But they were the people to design it, so you have to choose a specific character with the specific abilities in the first place who can execute their role and be fine, even if you don't like it. Now, in the name of God, Overwatch is a curse and a shackle, and I will not beg for mercy every time someone needs me to be. Back then, the game wasn't homogeneous, the characters were not homogeneous, and you got to be kidding me if you think that these things did not contribute to Overwatch's downfall. Because it did. When there were no healers or tanks or anything, nobody gave a shit until Blizzard made us care about this by putting overemphasis on role queues, and everybody hated it. Now don't get me wrong, Overwatch still to this day got a huge player base. However, what about the fun? What about the things that made Overwatch a freaking game of the year? I'm not kidding when I say this. Gamers who got no idea what Overwatch was in its glory days way back in 2016 still are doubtful. How the fuck is this shit a game of the year, and for good reason? I mean, come on, Mercy won't lie to you. Overwatch would never lie to you. I mean, they definitely would. They lie to me, so they lie to you. Apparently, certain maps and game modes have not only been removed or rotated out, but also got terribly worse than my confidence after going on a date with a white woman. It's a terrible mistake. Overwatch, more like over my dead body I will play this game. These weird people not only remove the things that we love, but also remove the things that are super integral to any hero tactical shooter. Loot boxes, endgame statistics summaries, and hero-specific abilities, and got replaced with overly priced looking shit battle pass. What the fuck happened? I feel so terrible and miserable to see a game like Overwatch getting destroyed so badly. How the mighty has fallen. I could not count, even if I tried, the amount of games I have played just for it to end up in a helplessness and disappointment. This game is an excellent realization of a parody hero shooter where there is always some shit to be disappointed and heartbroken about. A great parody of hero shooter which pits you against your own younger self and force you to be disappointed and shocked, and has the most heartbroken downfall of all of the gaming. So if you can play it yourself, because I'm not gonna hold on the details as being the greatest gamer of all time. My word is law and I can be trusted. Hey guys, welcome to Overwatch, a great game of steamroll clusterfuck combat where I don't know what the fuck is going on half of the time. The monkey man come baby can do shit and this shit, but Mercy can only heal, and rather than giving Mercy more offensive power, these Overwatch fuckers made all this support like Mercy. What is even the point of having so many supports if they do the same shit? Where is the fun? Where can I find a game where I do not have to restrict myself to a certain role, certain hero, and all the fucking bullshit? I do not know what the fuck is going on anymore. Now I know what you're thinking. Overwatch ruined my life too by being so fucking disastrous trauma to my gudgeon, and I can see why. It has affected its whole player base by ruining the existing character kit and introducing Battle Pass exclusive characters, which is very hard to get. What is the point of playing Overwatch if it takes me 50 hours just to unlock Kiriko? What the fuck happened? It was fun, man. Things died there. You don't have to maintain a player style. You can do whatever you want to do whenever you wanted to do. And then they decided to remove the game and release Overwatch 2, which is the same game but worse. They just added a 2 and called it a day, and even after that it would have been fine, but then they decided to ruin everything. After all, Blizzard cannot see our happiness. Now at first, when Overwatch was adding all the horseshit updates by removing some stats, the toolbox or the player HP aligners just to add them back later along the line, or the new characters like Kiriko just to hide them behind some bullshit Battle Pass paywall, which I never bought and will never buy. I thought, how more can they do wrong? How bad can the game get? Well, let's just say they thought I was challenging them, and in retaliation, they ruined Overwatch again. You think they learned? They don't. Mind it, this was the same year games like Uncharted 4, Doom, Titanfall 2, Dark Souls 3, Xenoblade Chronicles, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Rainbow Six Siege, and Stardew Valley even go to Pokemon Go release. And among them, Overwatch was the game of the year, and for good reasons. At that time, Overwatch was fun, man. Stuff actually does there. You're not just doing nothing. You're not just relying on that one player to execute their role perfect every single fucking time. And then they remove everything that made Overwatch so great in the first place. I cannot stress enough how dumb of a decision people make in Overwatch HQ. The entire point of the genre, which is to play the game like you want to. Slowly got your players will play the game like you need to win the game, even if it takes the fun away from it. And if you don't, then you start losing the game, losing the rank, losing your will to play. Hence, Roll Q. Roll Q is like my ex's dad. I don't like him, I hate him and would never wanna see him ever again. It's just the worst. And just like my dating life, I cannot do anything to fix that. Whoever thought it was a good idea to add Roll Q, lock him in the cage now. Remember the time when Overwatch was fun, man? You don't have to always rely on the characters you choose. You can play whatever you wanna play and still win the game. Roll Q was not an option back then. You can play whoever you wanna play, however you wanna play, and still win the damn game. And now let's come back to this shit. What the fuck even is that? You cannot play whatever you wanna play anymore because yeah, it will cost you the damn match. Since when did we become so competitive that we forgot about having fun? As for Overwatch, entertainment is an option. Pain is damn not. That's why Blizzard making these dumb decisions like killing the vibe by changing nighttime to evening time in a map when night was the vibe and still be fine. It is diabolical. They used to have a character whose sole ability was to disable other heroes' ability in an ability-based shooter. What the fuck? Who thought it would be a good idea to add this shit? Valorant does it and I stopped playing immediately. I mean, if I want to play a shooting game, then I will play CS2 and be a Russian previous motherfucker. Sorry, my bad. Overwatch used to do it. Now they don't. After 6 damn years, it took them to realize that maybe it's too dumb to have a character whose sole ability to remove all the abilities from other heroes in an ability-based shooter. Why don't they care about our exact preference? Even North Korea is more free than Blizzard nowadays. The video game industry is no stranger to terrible games, but Overwatch 2 is without a doubt the worst game of all time. I mean, it took them 6 damn years to add a scoreboard. What else do you think? The fact that Blizzard left and abandoned Overwatch, a huge, massively successful and a fun game in its peak with millions and millions of players, just to feed the anticipation of a sequel that no one asked for, was the worst thing that they could have done. Was a questionable act and a war had was said. And let's not talk about the dual verification, making new players grind their asses more than their wife to unlock existing heroes locked behind a fucked up paywall in a free-to-play game. What the fuck happened? Oh my god, help Overwatch, no help me. Overwatch had so much potential, man, and they fucked it all up. And now it's the biggest failure in gaming history. It pains me to say that they lied, they cheated, and they got greedy. And now its own player base cannot even recognize the game anymore.
Overwatch, he's back?
Yes, we are.
No, you're not, buddy. You're fucking not. A game is supposed to be played to have fun, not to maximize profit or suck the soul out of the player. When will the gaming industry understand that we don't want complicated battle pass stuff? We don't want the gacha. We don't want the remix of the same damn game. Horizon Zero Dawn? Come on, man. We don't want heroes to be stuck behind a paywall for which you have to pay a lot of money, which a lot of gamers don't have. We just want to play games to explore, use ability, find treasures, get colonoscopy and have an intimate moment with someone we don't know. Kojima, what am I trying to say is stop killing games, stop ruining Overwatch, and stop ruining the games by stopping the server from receiving support after you're done from it, and stop ruining games by being greedy. Don't be greedy. Trust me when I say this, gaming is my passion and I can't let it get killed like this. So stop ruining games by listening to a bazillion dumb shit opinions from people whose dad or uncle works in Ubisoft or Blizzard for some fucking reason. Or else we might lose the passion of gaming.